One man's trash is another man's treasure, said Epic Games to Stadia. Kakao's newly announced survival game gets ready for testing. Rogue Company dishes out a new rogue and balance changes galore. And what the heck kind of class did they just release in Black Desert? Is that Thor or Vision or both? What's good, everyone? James Blonde here with your weekly recap for gaming news and announcements of the week of March 12th, 2021. And starting out the news this week, you've probably heard mentioned in the news recently that Stadia's shut down first-party support for the platform, which left a lot of developers in a tough spot. Well, it seems like the team behind Crayta got in contact with Epic because this week, their Unreal 4 game-building platform is now available free on the Epic Games Store. Originally launching last summer on Stadia, Crayta allows players to build their own games with the Unreal 4 engine and share them with the Crayta community. This PC version is a free starter edition and features battle pass options and a champion upgrade to get extra bonuses in the game. Could be a fun thing to play if you're into, player-created games or want to try your hand at building your own. You could also try out Core, which is currently an open alpha and is pretty similar, but runs independently from gaming platforms like Epic and Steam. Also launching a free starter edition this week is Ancestors Legacy, a squad-based real-time strategy game based on medieval European history. This free edition includes 4 single-player maps and 17 multiplayer maps, with access to 4 core nations: Viking, Anglo-Saxon, German, and Slav. Free players will also be able to participate in the Ancestors Legacy League, a competition starting later on this month with real-world prizes like headphones, plus other game keys, and goodies up for grabs. Meanwhile, Century Age of Ashes is kicking off its second closed beta this weekend, which will run from March 12th to March 21st. If you're interested, you can check out the Steam page to sign up for closed beta, which might be worth it since all progress will actually carry on into early access in April. Century Age of Ashes is a free-to-play team-based shooter that focuses on dragon-mounted combat. So that's pretty cool there. This new beta phase includes the introduction of an MMR system for the matchmaking queue, a new free flight mode, a 3v3 skirmish mode, and lots of balance tweaks. And while petting your dragon isn't in the works, you will finally be able to turn off that motion blur. That's always good. Also ready for testing this month is Kakao's newly announced online survival game, Dysterra. The game promises to offer large-scale multiplayer, deep crafting systems, environmental disasters, and plenty of opportunities for conflict. The first global alpha test is set to start on March 18th, and if you're interested, you can sign up through the information on the Steam store page, which we've linked below. Now, signups are only being accepted until March 15th, so, make sure you get on that soon if you want to try it out. Unfortunately, we got another bit of bad news that we wanted to hold off because there was some bad news recently, but Gamago has picked off another game from its roster to shut down. This time, it's S4 League. This free-to-play shooter has been around for a long time, but it seems like it wasn't self-sustaining, so it will be going offline in April. Interestingly enough, Gamago is recommending players try out Desert Operations, so at the very least that means that they don't plan on shutting that one down just yet. But speaking of shooters, Rogue Company has released its March update, bringing with it a new rogue, new map, and new limited time mode. The star of the update, Seeker, is an intel rogue, described as an Olympic medalist and archery prodigy. Although he looks pretty badass with his bow in the trailers, he mainly uses an assault rifle or marksman rifle, though you will see his archery being used with his abilities. Meanwhile, the Hollows map is a new underground weapons installation with lots of twists and cavernous corridors to make a tense battlefield. And finally, you can check out the new limited time 4v4 mode, Assault, which is a fast-paced search and destroy type match with a best of 7 win condition. There's a lot of other balance and quality life fixes in this update, so make sure you check out the full patch notes linked in the description. Warface has revealed details for its next season on PC called Heist. This season is promising to introduce a new 2-player special operation, a new PvP map, and new enemies and mechanics. There's also going to be new charms and achievements, new equipment and weapons available to all players, and a bunch of general promises to improve the game's operation, graphics, interface, and so on. Unfortunately, the details are pretty vague, and there's no actual date on when the season will begin or how much further behind console players will be at the end of it. But if you enjoy Warface on PC, it's definitely something to look forward to. In other season updates, Hyperscape's Season 3 has officially begun this week, and the major star of the update is the evolution of the Neo Arcadia map. The new map has been fully redesigned, made bigger, with more open spaces in varied areas, with a 100% guaranteed chest spawn. Another major change is the restructure of the game modes to feature Crown Rush Squad, Crown Rush Solo, and Team Deathmatch at all times, plus adjustments to the Arcadian mode. There's also a new 2D hub post-match, new weapon charm customizations, new challenges, and a major collection of tweaks and improvements to the game overall. Meanwhile, Conqueror's Blade has revealed its next season, set to start on March 18th. Grab your Viking gear because Season 7 is titled The Wolves of Ragnarok, foretelling a dark age of warfare. Players will be able to recruit 3 new types of units: Shield Maidens, Berserkers, and Sons of Fenrir. The season will also introduce a new rune system, which can be used to enhance your warlord's gear. Of course, there's going to be tons of rewards to collect with the Battle Pass too, so if you love Norse history or mythology, get prepped for this season. EVE Online has set its Fleet Formations update out on the universe this week, giving a new tactic for players to use in battle. Fleets can now be warped in one of 5 preset formations or a player's custom formation, meaning players will have more tactical preparation for how their fleet appears in battle. Of course, to utilize these formations, you'll first need to train the necessary skills. The update also adds a new mobile beacon and new landmark locations. Next up, War Thunder has released the Ixwa Strike update this week, introducing a new line of South African ground forces as a branch within the British tech tree. This means over 30 new vehicles have arrived in the game, along with a new location, tactical surface-to-air missiles, new graphical effects, and new gun sounds have all deployed this week. Unfortunately, North American players are still having some struggles with packet loss and frame drops, but hopefully Gaijin will address that soon. Bless Unleashed has released its spring update, adding a huge bundle of new content for players. There are several new episode and regional quests, a new arena, and a new abysmal dungeon. For the first time, players will also be able to undergo quests to obtain the Ancient Weapon, which has its own progression through upgrades until it unlocks brand new upgrades. There's also upgraded tutorials, new auto-pathing, fishing tournaments, a character beauty system, timed challenge modes, and more. Really impressive update, so make sure to check it out. And in other MMO news, Black Desert Online, which is still in its 5th anniversary celebrations, has revealed the newest class, Sage. Man, does this class trailer have some Avengers vibes. Though the developers also compare him to Dr. Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. Capable of opening rifts in space, the Sage can use an ancient weapon to call upon Arter's Fist to smite foes, control time to reduce cooldowns, travel distances without regard to obstacles, and can also access Hysteria Ruins and Akhman Temple without entry items. Looks totally badass. The Sage class will release on March 17th on PC and March 31st on consoles. And finally, let's check in with the Epic Games Store to find that the free game this week is Surviving Mars. This is a sci-fi city builder set on the Red Planet with individually simulated colonists, space domes, and a randomized research tree that pits new challenges each playthrough. The upgrade packs are on sale too if you happen to get hooked while you're playing your free game. But with that said, that's about it for all the major news and announcements for this week. Be sure to stay safe and keep your families healthy. Like always, you can find more information on the news topics linked in the description below. Feel free to discuss the news or even more news in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, wash your hands a bunch, hit that little bell icon to get notifications, and of course, share this video. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.